Questions about the album all day, hit me up. Right, favorite song to write. I'd say, I'm just on my Instagram. I'd say The Resurrection, because to be honest, it's like the song wrote itself. You can say my favorite section is God's Angels and Skeletons, just because I've studied a lot of history and philosophy and I got to put it all in one little package, you know. Albums together quite quick, but I told myself if it's not better than the last one, I'm not bringing it out, so I spent a little bit more time on this one. Went away, done the film, come back, finished it off. Resurrection, because me and my mum hadn't spoke for about a year. When I crashed, we weren't speaking, so I made that as a message to her in case we never spoke again, and then we started speaking again. So yeah, as a kid I remember my mum's boyfriend fucking me up one night. I don't know, maybe I deserved it, and it was a blessing in the end, because from that moment on I stopped trusting or relying on anybody and told myself that I would climb to the top of the world. We're not there yet. Going from no views to a fucking million views is one hell of a thing. So when that blew up, I knew it was go time, because I knew there was nobody else like me, and I needed to legalize some money, nigga. Damn. Say MEM3. I was still injured, man. I was still limping. I'd only just had the glass took out my face, and it was just nice to get out of the house, really. I'm under the armies of the north, so that makes me a Maximus Decimus Meridius. A lot of studying Greek mythology, Roman history, ancient philosophy. M3, I'm talking about being suicidal after being stabbed in the leg, but I was only 11. And about a year later, I fucking broke the guy's face, or 2 years later. So I believe it's just all in your head, mental health, and you have to organise your thoughts. So the Van Gogh effect, because it's a psychological pain. I'm experimenting with descriptive language to try and paint pictures in your mind. So I've done a million versions. There's another version that I might do on like a live lounge or something. Yeah, there'll be a tour announcement. And this year I want to do the stadium in Manchester. I expect to see people travel across the globe to come to that event. Thank you. I don't know, I felt like sometimes you have to break things up in order for information to sink in correctly. So you've got the Resurrection, the Masters, and the Immortals. It's just fucking cold. No, I'm not a boxer. You can't play boxing, you know, you can't half do it. Boxing was just my first apprenticeship, and I learned a lot from there, so I like to stay sharp, stay ready. I'm gonna say Skeletons, but I don't know if it means the most to me, but the shout out to my mum means the most to me, because in the midst of telling the story I don't get to big her up as much as I'd like to, and she deserves bigging up, because without her I don't think I'd be where I am today. Embarrassing, to be honest, because I was a good boxer, one of the best amateur boxers in the gym at the time, and then just stopped concentrating and just got beat and just like stopped. So no, not stop it, you're gonna make me hungry. I ain't been in a minute, but I'm heavy on lobster. When I done the Flush Raw and all that, I was just a violent streaking, just hustling for a living, and now I'm an artist. I'm becoming more intelligent, so I try and break into my story and explain it in more of an intelligent way. Be me and do the things I've done. You've got to be strong mentally and physically and not give a fuck. But as much as I said I felt like a Wolverine after the crash, there was times I was vulnerable and hit rock bottom, so I documented that, and as time went on, my confidence grown, you know. By the time I started being inspired, I'm doing music 9 years at that point, so I stopped writing lyrics. You can get lazy doing that, so this time I wrote a couple of them and just thought about them more, so I'll give it more thought. The truth is, I'm human like everybody else. When I get knocked down, I stand up, and I will always stand up after getting knocked down for the rest of my life until my heart stops beating. Expelled from school in year 9, yeah, and it kind of gave me a complex, you know, like I'm not clever because I missed my GCSEs. So now I just try and study, and history is one of the great teachers. So that's that. Better believe I'm coming to shut down Dubai when shit opens. The bigger picture. And I'm not there yet. A lot of people's minds will be blown when I demonstrate the power of belief. Watch. What's magic? I'm making check this. I'm making comic books. HMV have got the hard copies, go get them. Gods, Angels and Skeletons on tour in the Manchester Arena in front of thousands of people. Drinking from the fountain. KSI collaborations already done. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say too much about that. Shout out KSI gang. Love the Irish. The Irish have stood strong with me throughout my career. We know there's Skeletons about the balls done like I'm Irish and it's Guinness. Watch, we'll be there shortly. No, you probably have. I don't care about the location, I'll be honest. These are record store shows, so I can come kind of meet and greet people, and I just want to come and say hello. A lot of you might not know this about me, but when I was a kid, I broken both my legs, and apparently a babysitter dropped me. So my mum went out with her new boyfriend, she came back, and my legs were snapped. I was making a film at the same time. I was in the Middle East for 2 months. So the hardest thing was to make sure that I was giving it my full attention and not just half-hearted. And that's why I pushed it back, so I could come back and make sure it was finished correctly. The time I finished the Gods, Angels and Skeletons trilogy, I just knew in my soul that it was finished. And then I listened to it back and it finished too soon, even though it's 15 songs. That's how you know it's cold. You will be able to hear it yet, but I kind of made the first section from the hospital as I was recovering, then made the second section as like a celebration that I'd healed, and the third section was like the evolution, the level up. Thank you. I just want to take a minute out to thank everybody that messaged me when I was recovering. It was very kind of you. I appreciate it. You know I love Part Life, and you know it goes off when I do Part Life. But we're leaving out some of the bigger festivals this year because we're looking to break records with the Resurrection tour. And then 2022 will come and we'll shut shit down. I'm coming back to Rome to do some furniture shopping real soon. Yeah, we got strawberries and cream, and then we got Mexico, something going on in Mexico, then we got something going on in Dubai, and some other bits I can't remember off the top of my head. My last Scotland show went off. I'm going really because the tattoo artist, he's done the thing, but this Scotland out at the top, I'm gonna go back get that done because I'm a little bit Scottish myself. My last Scotland show went off. I'm going really because the tattoo artist, he's done the thing, but this Scotland out at the top, I'm gonna go back get that.